What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day as always. If you guys haven't already subscribed, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on 3,000 subscribers, which is super cool. So thank you guys for all the support. It's really cool to see feedback on all these videos. It's really cool to share the build process with you guys too. Also, before we get into today's video, wanted to let you guys know we're going to be launching a website probably around New Year's. It'll have parts, lighting, accessories, tools, apparel, all sorts of stuff. It'll be JKU stuff, WJ stuff, everything, all the parts on there and all the lighting and everything I'll do install videos of so you guys can see it all before you buy it. And also that way there'll be instructions, everything like that. Video instructions seem to work better just because it's a lot easier to see what's going on versus read it out of a piece of paper and hope you get it right. So we'll be doing instructions and install videos for everything on the website. So I hope that helps. If there's anything you guys want to see, make sure you guys go ahead and comment that down below so we can get that all figured out and set up for you guys. But let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So I actually have a super unique product here. I don't really see many people running it, which is kind of cool because it'll make your Jeep stand out a little bit more. But it'll show you how to install a JKU bumper on your Jeep WJ. So there's a few reasons you might want to do that. Number one is there's so many more options for the JKU bumper, and that'll make your Jeep stand out a little bit more if you're not running the same bumper as everybody else. Number two is the price. JKU bumpers are just so much cheaper. They're super cheap compared to WJ bumpers. You can get them on Amazon for like 200 bucks, or you can go up obviously to very expensive ones. So I'm gonna show you guys where to get the brackets, how to install them, all that kind of stuff today. So let's hop out of the Jeep and I'll show you guys how to do it. All right, so now that we're out here, let's kind of go over the details and all that first. So the JKU bumper setup's a little different than the Grand Cherokee bumper setup. These are installed by the frame on the front. And that being said, we all know the WJ does not have one of those. So you're going to have to figure out how to make that frame essentially off the front of that. And that's where these brackets come in. So the JKU bumpers attach with the part of the frame that sticks out and it bolts onto that. Mine is a little different because I did cut the front of my frame off. So that way we can move the front bumper back some and get a better approach angle. Not obviously going to do that on the WJ, but those brackets will replace this. There's holes in the front of the unibody on the WJ, so you'll get a better idea on how to get everything set up and what we're dealing with. So as you can see, the holes there, and you'll slide the bracket in through there. It will take some modification, which I'll go over later in the video and show you guys what I'm talking about there. But let's go over the brackets now. So here's one of the brackets. It comes with hardware and everything you're gonna need to install this, pre-drilled holes and all of that. And the holes will actually line up with the holes that are in your unibody once you remove your front factory bumper and get everything ready to install these. All the hardware should line up perfectly fine, and it's the correct hardware that you'll need for this setup. So once you get this in there, it'll be sticking out of the front similar to this, and that's basically what the front of a Wrangler frame looks like. So you'd be building a Wrangler frame off the front of your WJ. As you can see, the bumper just mounts onto the frame. Like I said, mine's a little different since we cut some of the front off to move it back, but you guys get the idea from seeing that. And this will open up so many different bumper options for your WJ. So here's the other bracket, just so you guys can see both of them together. You do get two of them, and this will be what the bumper mounts to for the new JKU bumper on the Jeep WJ. So let's head back over to the black WJ and I'll show you guys some modifications you're going to have to do to install these brackets. So ignore the crappy cuts and not the best work. I did this when I was in high school. Didn't really know how to work on cars too much, but you're going to have to trim here and then you're going to have to fold that in, similar to what we did on the rear fenders. If you guys remember that video on my WJ, it's the same idea, same concept. That'll allow you to slide the brackets in and mount the bumper up. So once you have both holes on the front unibody trimmed, you'll be able to go ahead and slide both brackets into place, use the hardware that came with it to mount it down, and then you also have the 4 holes on the front and basically the front frame from a Wrangler on your WJ. That'll allow you to put any JKU bumper on there. It's super simple to do, and it would probably take you 20 minutes, 30 minutes to install these brackets, and it'll open up so many more options for bumpers. It'll help you make your Jeep a little bit more unique. So let me show you guys a little bit more about the bracket, show you guys the welds and all that stuff. So they wouldn't rust like this. Obviously they come raw and you'll have to paint them. I just never got around to that because my bumper got put on back order. but the welds are fairly decent. They'll definitely do their job holding, and they'll be covered in paint anyway. And the brackets are a really solid setup. I would have no problem trusting these with mounting a bumper on there and throwing a winch on the bumper. Like I said, I'll link the guy who makes these down below in the description, so you can send him a message on Facebook and he'll whip you up a set, get you a set sent out. Super simple install. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.